Hello students. Today I'll be discussing a topic called number systems, and this topic is meant for students at around the grade 9 level. So throughout math and throughout your school years, you've probably seen many types of numbers, from fractions to decimals to positive numbers to negative numbers. Today we'll try to classify those for you, so let's get started. If we look to the board here, we first have the natural numbers, which we denote with n. The natural numbers represent all possible counting numbers starting from 1. And they go up in increments of 1, and there's no decimals. So, if I were to count up, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, of course. Next, we have the whole numbers. The whole numbers we denote with n0. And the whole numbers are essentially the same as the naturals, except we're adding a 0 at the very front. So if I were to count up the whole numbers, I'd say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Next, we have the integers, which we denote down here with a z. The integers, you can think of it as the whole numbers, but including their negative counterparts. So if I were to count the integers, I would say 0, 1, -1, 2, -2, 3, -3, and so on. Next, we have the rationals, which we denote with a q. Now the rationals, there's two ways of thinking about it. The first way is that the rationals encompass all possible integer fractions. What does that mean? Well, every rational number can be written as m over n, where m and n are both integers. Another way to think about it is that the rational numbers include all terminating and repeating decimals. So terminating means a decimal ends somewhere, for instance, this decimal, which ends after 3 digits. Or repeating, which is just like this decimal, which repeats these 3 digits over and over forever. Next, we have the irrational numbers, which we denote with q bar. Now the irrational numbers consist of all numbers that cannot be written as fractions, or in decimal form, all decimals that are infinite and non-repeating. Of course, we cannot write them down fully because we don't have enough space on the board, but we can represent them with symbols and operations. For instance, a very famous irrational number you've seen is pi. And for the others you may or may not have seen, e and the golden ratio, those are also irrational numbers. And the square root of 2 is also an irrational number. Finally, we have r, which represent the real numbers, which is simply a combination of the rational numbers and the irrational numbers. That is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. And in our next video, we're going to discuss the relative sizes of some of these number sets.